My dear child, can I tell you something without you skipping this time? I know your heart is tired. I know you've been strong for too long. And I know that even the quietest signs from heaven, you sometimes miss them. But right now, you have just 2 hours. Yes, exactly 2 hours. That's all. Archangel Michael is right here. And God is trying again to speak to you. This time, please don't break his heart by skipping. He's been whispering your name for days. You didn't hear it, but heaven did. And they cried with you because something is coming. Unexpected, sudden. It's not a coincidence you found this right now. Michael says there's been a gathering in heaven, not a meeting. A gathering because they're sending something down for you. A decision was made up there and you're the only one who wasn't told yet. But they've been watching you and something you don't expect is going to land in your life like a divine shock. That's why you were guided here. Before it happens, before it's too late to prepare your spirit. Beloved, listen closely. God is not mad at you. He's hurt. Every time you skip these messages, something inside heaven trembles. It's not about fear. It's about love. You were chosen for something far bigger than you've been told. And this message is your only clue before the event unfolds. You have exactly 2 hours. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying it because the clock in heaven already started ticking. You feel it, don't you? That strange pressure in your chest like something's pulling your spirit forward. That's not anxiety. That's God knocking. That's Archangel Michael sending his wings to stir your soul awake because they saw what was decided behind your back. And this time they're stepping in for you. Love letter. Before we continue, heaven has a small request. If you believe this message was meant for you, type I am ready in the comments. It might seem small, but that single act tells God that your heart is finally open to receive. Don't miss your chance. Now, breathe. Because what I'm about to say next is going to shake you. Someone you trusted is about to do something behind your back. Not to break you, but to wake you. And heaven allowed it because it will lead you to the miracle that's been waiting in silence for 3 years. Yes, 3. You almost gave up on it. But God didn't. And now it's close. But only if you don't skip this message. You were not meant to read this and move on. You were meant to feel every word to know that this is personal, direct, urgent. You weren't scrolling randomly. The angels fought to bring this message to your screen right now. Michael himself delayed another mission just to whisper into your life today. And he said something shocking about you. They don't know how close they are to the moment everything changes. But it comes with a cost. You can't ignore this. Not anymore. You've ignored too many signs, too many dreams, too many nudges, and yet God still waited patiently, lovingly, even when you stopped talking to him. But today, something different is happening in the sky above your house. They're preparing a divine interruption and only you were given the code to understand it. You see, in exactly 2 hours from now, your timeline splits. One version of your life fades quietly into what could have been. The other one, oh beloved, it explodes into something no one saw coming. And it all depends on one thing. If you receive this message right now with your full heart because Michael says, someone in heaven cried for you last night, not out of sorrow, but because your name was written again in the book of divine action. That means something's about to move. But the angels are concerned. They've seen your hesitations, your distractions, the way you brush off the divine just because it feels too good to be true. But this time, it is true. And if you miss this, you'll miss the moment heaven was designed around you. You're going to hear a sentence this week that will change everything. And the person saying it doesn't even know how much power their words will carry, but Michael does. And that's why he's pushing you to hear this before it happens, because you're going to look back at this moment and you'll remember the words you're reading now. Don't hurt God by skipping. Don't. Beloved soul, I know your heart is scared to hope again. You've been disappointed. You've had promises broken. And maybe you think this is just another message like all the others. But this one wasn't supposed to reach you. Not until now. Heaven delayed it. Michael held it in his hands, waiting for the right moment. And just now, that moment opened. You were asleep while the angels were working. You didn't know what was forming in the spiritual realm, but your name came up loud, echoed in light. Prepare them, God said. Prepare them now. Something unexpected is coming, and it is not next week, not next month, now. That's why you're here. This is a spiritual checkpoint. Not just a message, but a divine appointment. And the time, it's nearly over. 2 hours. That's all. Michael says, your next miracle is being pressurized in heaven. The angels are surrounding it, protecting it, but they need your response. Without your permission, heaven cannot release what's meant for you. That's the law of divine will. That's why this message is sacred. It's your open invitation, and your response is the key. You're going to receive a sign, something very unusual. Maybe a stranger will say something that feels like déjà vu. Maybe you'll see a number or a dream that jolts you awake. That's not random. That's confirmation. That's your yes vibrating through the veil. And if you want the real miracle to drop, don't keep this message to yourself. Speak life aloud. Say, I am ready. Let the universe hear you. Let the angels record your answer. Don't be silent this time. You've been hiding your power for too long. But heaven didn't forget you. Not even for a second. And right now, your soul is glowing because it knows. It recognizes the truth here. This isn't fear-based. This is love-based. Urgency doesn't mean panic. It means preparation. And Michael has prepared something for you. A gift. But it's covered. Spiritually locked. You can't see it yet. That's why God has been trying to reach you, because you've been settling for less. And God is begging, yes, begging you to remember what was promised to you before you were even born. Before you were formed in the womb, you were chosen. And today, heaven finally gets to tell you why you were chosen. Not because you were perfect, but because you were willing to feel. You were chosen because despite everything, your heartbreak, your doubt, your late nights crying into the silence, you still looked up. Even if it was just for a second, and heaven noticed. You didn't see it, but every time you reached your limit, an angel took note. Michael wrote your name in the sky like a secret vow. When they're ready, give them everything. And now, heaven says, you're finally ready. And my child, when heaven recognizes that you are ready, it also begins revealing the path that can help you move forward with faith, clarity, peace, and purpose. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear, you are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system, a path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description, and in the comments below. Because what heaven has been preparing for you was never meant to leave you stuck where you are. It was meant to help you step into the future that has been waiting for you. But here's something you don't know. Someone was trying to block this message from reaching you spiritually, energetically. A person in your life, maybe someone you thought had your best interest at heart, spoke against your elevation without even realizing it. Their words delayed this moment, but not anymore. The interference was broken. That's why you're seeing this right now. Because Michael fought through that barrier just to get you here in time. You're not late. You're right on divine time. And in just a few hours, you'll realize why this was urgent. You'll look around and say, wait, this can't be real. But it will be. And you'll remember that God didn't give up on you even when you gave up on yourself. Beloved, don't scroll past this moment. Stay, because what I'm about to reveal next is something most people never get to hear. You have a backup miracle. Yes, that's right. You were supposed to receive something last year, but it was stolen from you spiritually before it could arrive. That disappointment you went through, that situation that suddenly didn't work out, that was a blocked miracle. But God never wastes pain. So instead of canceling the miracle, He created a duplicate. And it's coming again. This time stronger, faster, undeniable. But only if you don't skip. Only if your heart is still open when the moment touches down. Michael is watching you even now. He's not watching to judge. He's watching to protect, to shield, to report back to heaven and say, yes, they're ready. They received it. This is your angelic agreement in motion. And here's something else that may shock you. Your name was called out loud in front of someone in heaven. Someone who passed away and still loves you deeply. They heard your name again and they cried. They said, tell them I'm still watching. Tell them I'm so proud, and tell them not to miss what's coming. So Michael came. Not in a dream, not in a symbol, but here in this very message, right now, He came with holy instructions. Remind them of who they are. Show them what's already theirs, because what's coming next will make sense of everything. The delays, the heartbreaks, the betrayals, the closed doors, all of it was preparation. Because what you're about to receive spiritually, emotionally, even financially has a higher weight, and only the strongest souls are chosen for it. God chose you. Still with me? Then heaven is smiling. Because you're listening now finally. And they've been waiting so long for this. But listen close. Something mysterious is going to happen in your environment within the next 2 hours. Maybe it's a noise, maybe a call, maybe an old song, but it's not random. It's your spiritual alert. And when it happens, don't ignore it. Acknowledge it out loud. Say, Michael, I see the sign. I'm ready. That's how you activate it. That's how you show you're in agreement with the shift heaven is sending. Because once you say, Michael, I see the sign. I'm ready. Something in heaven unlocks. A door cracks open that has been stuck for years. A decision you've been waiting on. Something that was pending for what felt like forever finally gets released. And not just in your spirit, but in your life. Something real, something tangible, something undeniable. You will feel it. You will see it. And so will the people who doubted you. Yes. Those same people who laughed when you told them you had a calling. The ones who called you too emotional, too sensitive, or said you believe in too much. God kept you quiet for a reason because you weren't meant to defend your destiny. You were meant to demonstrate it. And now He's about to show off through you. But be warned, when this shift happens, two things will try to stop it. Fear and familiarity. Fear will whisper, "It's too late." Familiarity will say, "This looks just like last time." And that's where you must rise because it's not last time. This is different. This is divine. This is timed by heaven. And this is your second chance wrapped in a miracle. And let me say this clearly because Michael insisted, if you skip this, it will hurt. Not in an angry way, but in a way that says, "We tried and they didn't believe us again." Do you know how much love it takes for heaven to keep trying for someone who doesn't always believe? That's how cherished you are. That's how sacred you are. You are worth the divine effort every single time. So stay. Michael said you need to hear this part. There's a person close to you who is about to say something they didn't mean to say out loud. It will sound small like a passing comment, but it will expose everything. You will know exactly what's been going on behind your back. And instead of hurting you, it will empower you because this time God will give you peace before clarity. You won't need revenge. You'll have revelation because the truth is this. They were never meant to hurt you permanently. They were meant to push you toward your purpose. And baby, your purpose is louder than their betrayal. And speaking of purpose, there's something else happening soon. You're going to find something, maybe in a drawer, maybe in a bag, maybe on your phone, something you forgot about. But when you see it, something in you will snap awake. That item carries frequency, memory, calling, and it will remind you are still chosen. You are still loved. And it's not too late. This will all happen before the 2 hours are over. Don't ask how. Just stay open. Sparkles before we move further. Let heaven witness your commitment. If you are ready to receive what's already yours, comment, "I accept my divine timing," let the angels record it. Let God know you're not pushing this miracle away anymore. And now back to you. Michael says there's a miracle with your full name on it. Not just your first name, but your real name, the one heaven calls you by. It's glowing right now, surrounded by light. It's been protected from harm, from delay, from theft. But the seal can only be broken when you surrender to belief. And this message is your surrender point. You are being marked in the spirit as eligible, as ready, as activated. Which means within the next 30 minutes expect a feeling in your chest like warmth, like pressure, like a sudden emotion you can't explain. That is the moment of divine recognition. It means the angels heard you. It means God felt you. Don't ignore it. Breathe through it. Speak into it. Say, "Yes, God. I hear you. I'm yours." That sentence alone will reroute your entire future. Because once you say those words, "Yes, God, I hear you. I'm yours," something ancient and divine begins to shift. You won't see it at first. You might just feel a strange peace settle over you, or a shiver down your arms, or a warm tear you weren't expecting. That's not just emotion. That's heaven activating your agreement. That's the moment God wraps himself around your spirit and whispers, "Finally, they heard me." And Archangel Michael smiles. Because he's been standing guard over your name for so long. So many attacks you never saw. So many arrows aimed at you in secret. But none of them worked because Michael blocked them. Even when you felt abandoned, you weren't. Even when you said, "God, where are you?" He was watching. He was waiting. He was whispering through every closed door, "Hold on. I'm almost ready to show you why." And now, beloved, we're here. That why you've been asking is almost about to be revealed. But here's the mystery. It won't be revealed through thunder or lightning. It will come soft, subtle, maybe a strange conversation, maybe an unexpected opportunity, maybe a message, a dream, a face you haven't seen in years. But when it comes, your soul will recognize it instantly. That's when you'll know this is the thing heaven was preparing me for. This is it. Michael says they will not see it coming. Not even the ones who thought they could control your future. What's being sent to you is too divine, too protected, too hidden in light for darkness to touch. And that's what scares your enemies most. They couldn't break you. They couldn't block you. And now they won't be able to stop what's coming to you. You've been in hiding spiritually. Not because you were weak, but because God was shielding you, protecting your timeline, preparing the right people. And now He's ready to reveal you. Not the broken version, not the doubting version, but the divinely upgraded version, the one who knows their worth, the one who walks in the light unapologetically. But Michael says this very clearly. You must not tell anyone what you're about to receive. Because what's coming is sacred. It's for you. Only you, not for the people who used to mock your belief. Not for the ones who said you've changed. Yes, you have changed because you're stepping into your divine identity. And here's the wildest part. The unexpected event that's about to happen. It's been scheduled. Not just spiritually, but celestially. The stars know. The wind knows. Nature has been whispering your name for days. You didn't notice the signs, but they were there. That breeze that made you pause. That clock that hit 11:11. That person who looked at you like they knew something. Heaven was surrounding you in invisible alignment. And now it's about to hit your life like a wave of light. So prepare. You still have time, but not much. Remember the 2-hour window. It's not symbolic. It's real. And when it closes, a gate in heaven closes with it. You must be spiritually awake before that love letter. Just one last divine action. If this message has stirred your soul, type "I trust Michael." I trust God in the comments. It may seem small to the world, but it is massive in the realm of angels. It's how you say yes without fear. Because the truth is, this entire message isn't just a warning. It's a gift. God is tired of watching you shrink when you were meant to shine. He's tired of seeing you apologize for your light. This is the moment you stop asking for permission to be divine. You were born for this moment. Everything that broke you is building you. Everything you lost made space for what's finally arriving. And now God isn't just reaching for you. He's wrapping the miracle in your name and sending it through Michael's wings straight to your life. You're ready. You're ready even if you don't feel like it. You've doubted yourself too long. You've stood in the mirror questioning your worth. You've looked at other people rising and thought, why not me? And heaven heard that silent question. But God didn't say no. He said, not yet. Because He wasn't just preparing the miracle. He was preparing you to hold it, to keep it, to expand it. And now the wait is ending. Archangel Michael just received the confirmation. The seal has been broken. What was once delayed is now reassigned to your timeline. There is no one else it fits. There is no one else heaven trusts to carry it but you. And beloved, I need you to understand something very deep. If you ignore this, the miracle won't vanish, but it will shift. It will wait again. And you've already waited long enough. Heaven isn't trying to scare you. They're trying to protect you from one more cycle of delay. Michael says your heart has matured. Your soul is wiser. You don't react like you used to. You don't fall apart the same way. And that quiet strength, that's what made you ready. That's what made the angels whisper your name again and say, they're finally aligned. Send it now. And now here we are just minutes away from something that will make no sense to the people around you. But you'll know. You'll feel it. You'll remember this exact moment, this exact message. And you'll whisper back to God, thank you for not giving up on me. Because He didn't. Even when you gave up on Him. Even when you closed your eyes and said, God, I can't do this anymore. Even when you said nothing at all, He still chose you. He still scheduled your blessing. He still instructed Michael, stay near. Stay close. When the time comes, make sure they hear me. This is that time. You're going to experience something strange over the next few hours. A phone call, a chill, an overwhelming wave of peace, a sharp, vivid memory that returns out of nowhere. Don't ignore it. That's the atmosphere shifting. That's the spiritual world opening around you. That's heaven inching closer to your home because they're coming. Not in a scary way, but in a holy way. A quiet, divine, powerful arrival of God's presence right where you are. You may even feel watched, but not in fear. Watched in love. Watched like a parent who's finally proud because God's not angry, beloved. He's overwhelmed with joy that you've stayed long enough to receive this message. You didn't scroll away. You stayed. You listened. You chose belief even after everything. Do you know how rare that is? Michael says it's sacred. And because of that, heaven just upgraded your reward. What was going to be a breakthrough is now going to be a full-blown miracle. And my child, when heaven begins opening the door to greater blessings, it also reveals the path that can help you walk into them with faith, clarity, peace, and confidence. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated. Just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the comments below. Because the blessings heaven has prepared for you were never meant to remain out of reach. They were meant to help you step into the life that has been waiting for you. Not partial, not just enough to survive, but something that makes people around you say, "Wait, how did that happen for them?" But that's not your job to explain. Your job is to receive. You've spent enough of your life begging God for little things. Now, He wants to bless you with big things because you're not just His servant, you're His child. And you've forgotten what that means. So, let this message remind you, you are royalty. You are light. You are protected. You are rising. And Michael, he's been holding your miracle like a scroll in his hand. But he won't deliver it until your heart confirms you're ready. So, beloved, say it out loud right now. I am ready. I surrender. Let it come. Say it like a prayer. Say it like a promise. Say it like it's already yours because it is. Because once you say it, I am ready. I surrender. Let it come. It doesn't just echo in your room. It shakes the heavens. That one phrase rewrites what was supposed to happen. Your no's turn into yes. Your delays turn into green lights. The path that was foggy just moments ago. Now it begins to glow. Michael hears it and he moves. He steps forward with your name wrapped in holy gold. It's not paper. It's not ink. It's light. Divine light shaped into words. And when Michael brings that light down to earth, when it touches your atmosphere, it will change everything instantly, suddenly, without warning. Just like you asked God for, just like you almost gave up hoping for. And when it happens, you'll cry. Not from pain, but from relief, from beauty. From that unexplainable feeling that says, God remembered me because He did. This isn't just a miracle. This is a spiritual correction, a divine makeup for everything you lost, for the years that were wasted, for the nights you questioned your worth. God isn't just giving you a blessing. He's giving you back what was stolen. And that's why this moment matters so much. Because if you walk away from this message thinking, I'll deal with it later, you won't be aligned for what's coming. This blessing is sharp, timed, accurate. It doesn't wait around forever. It's hovering now. Right now, as you're reading this, the angels are holding it above your life like a torch. They're waiting for your heart to lift up and surrender. And Michael says, your time is almost up. There are only minutes left. The 2-hour window God opened is narrowing. And when it closes, heaven moves on to the next assignment. Don't let them pass you by again. You've missed too many moments because of fear, because of hesitation, because of scrolling, but not this one. This one was made for you. And God says something right now that may surprise you. Even if you've messed up, even if you feel unworthy, I still chose you. I don't change my mind when I love someone. Let that sink in. Because that's the kind of love heaven is pouring over you tonight. A love that doesn't quit. A love that stays. A love that prepares and delivers. And that's what this message is. It's not just words. It's delivery instructions. Spirit to spirit, heart to heart, from God to you. And here's the miracle no one warned you about. You're about to become the answered prayer in someone else's life. Yes, that's part of it. Your miracle isn't just for you. Someone else is crying out right now. And God is about to send you into their storm. Not to fix it, but to be the light inside it. That's why you couldn't break. That's why you're still here. That's why every setback failed. You're being positioned as the proof that God still works. And when people see what happens to you next, they won't say, "Wow, what luck." They'll say, "Only God could have done that." Because only God did. And if your spirit is trembling while reading this, that's not fear. That's truth recognition. That's your soul standing up inside you and saying, "This is real. This is the moment I've been waiting for." And beloved, heaven is watching you now. Not just to see your response, but to celebrate it. So speak out loud one more time. Say, "I receive this. I choose to believe," because when you do, Archangel Michael flies forward with your miracle in hand. And as Michael flies forward, your name blazing in golden light behind him, heaven holds its breath. Because this moment, this decision you're making right now, it's not just about you anymore. It's about what your healing will unlock. It's about who your obedience will save. It's about the future that was frozen until this exact second. You see, beloved, God has been watching something behind the scenes. There's a plan someone made against you, a conversation that happened in secret. A person who looked at your life with envy and said, "They don't deserve all that." And for a while that energy started working, blocking you, confusing you, making you question your worth. But tonight, God intervened. He stepped in. He interrupted it. And he said, "No more delays. It's their time now." And that's why Michael was sent to give you this warning. To give you this promise, to give you this last chance. You've been walking through life carrying invisible weight. Emotional chains no one sees. But God sees. He knows what you've had to carry just to make it look like you're okay. And tonight, He's cutting it off. No more pretending. No more surviving. It's time to rise. But first, He needs your permission. Because heaven doesn't force blessings. It offers them. And if you're still here, still reading, still breathing through this message, then Michael knows you're finally ready to say yes to more. More healing, more clarity, more joy, more miracles. But be aware when you step into this divine, yes, your atmosphere will change. People will act strange. Opportunities will come quickly. Doors will open that were locked for years. And your old wounds might try to speak again. Don't listen because those wounds are not your identity. They're just reminders of what you've survived. Michael says your survival story is turning into a success story right now. He's lifting your name to the highest realms. And God is smiling. Not because you're perfect, but because you finally said yes. You finally stayed long enough to receive the fullness of what He's been trying to give you for years. Do you feel that? That warmth around you right now? That's not imagination. That's the spiritual activation beginning. That's the miracle forming. And in the physical world, here's what happens next. You will notice someone reaching out to you, someone unexpected. Their message, their call, or their presence will seem strange at first, but that's the hand of God moving through human form. Watch for it. Receive it. Don't brush it off. You will also feel a release in your chest, a burden that just disappears. That's the weight Michael lifted while you read this. You may feel lighter even if nothing changed yet. But trust me, everything is changing. Right now, before the 2-hour window closes, you will get a sign. And when you see it, whatever form it comes in, pause, smile, breathe, and say softly to yourself, heaven kept its promise. Because it did. And now, beloved, so can you. My child, we run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.